This is a 4-speed torque on demand transfer case from a 2017 Ford F-150. And customer brought us that truck because he said that he had the dealer take a look at it, and the dealer said that the front drive shaft should not be spinning when in two-wheel drive, even though the truck has the IWE system to disengage the front wheels and hubs. So he was complaining of a parasitic drag on the drivetrain, loss of mile per gallon and such, weird steering input, vibration, things of that nature. If you have one of those pickup trucks, I'm guessing this is a sort of common thing that I was unaware of, because the dealer carries, well, they had 90 on hand of the hardware that holds this transfer case to the transmission. So unless those are used for something else, which I don't really see a whole hell of a lot of aluminum E-Torx bolts on most Fords, then this must be a sort of common thing. So if you have one of these trucks, maybe look into this. Today what we're gonna do is tear that open so that we can see what actually failed inside of it, because I don't know about y'all, but I'm curious. Ah! It's not that heavy. Don't worry. Will you stay? We need to prop something up right here. Keep her upright. Ah, I touched poop. I'm all bricked up. Oh, tiny piece of wood. I had one, yes, I see it. Oh, God. Almost perfect. Get it to a good height. Bop, 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 bop. Boy, that seal looks a little suspect, doesn't it? Almost like it was about to start leaking or something. Yeah, Ford. And your Torx bits. Let's start off with something fun. Funner, should I say. So this single wire goes inside to a little solenoid, little clutch pack solenoid. And in order to separate it from this connector, you actually have to de-pin it on here. So, fun, fun, fun. Oh, I need a flashlight. Oh. Ha! No, I don't. Look at that. Alright. 10 mil, 10 mil, 10 mil, 10 mil, 10 mil, 10 mil, 10 mil. And then let's do the case bolts. And we'll see if we can make a gigantic mess. Doot, 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 doot. Yeah, and for anyone who cares that, you know, I just spun on that hardware. This is essentially junk. I'm not going to rebuild it. No one asked for this. Well, sorry. They asked for this as a core return for the old one that broke, but they were going to give me a whopping $15 for this. In my eyes, I would rather figure out what happened for that $15. At the end of the day, I'm sure they're just gonna wrap it anyway. Actually, we should save these. M6 1.0. Little 10 mil nuts are in high demand around these parts. What size are those? Like a T. Oh, those are the weird rounded edge one. TT. 35 maybe? 40? There's a 40. Hey, good guess. All right, let's see. Not bad at all. Not too bad. Let go. Trying to make this all about you. Let's see what magical mysteries lie inside. Weird noises. And it appears as though we might have missed a part. There's a ring in there, riding on that bearing. I can see it. It seems like it's holding up on that. All right. What do we got? What do we got in here? This right here is going to be the interface for the shift selector motor. This guy, which can rotate both clockwise and counterclockwise, and will mesh up against this roller bearing here and essentially operate what is almost like a manual transmission synchro to select different modes. This does not appear to have anything that would change. Over here, oh wow, this whole thing rides on that little teeny tiny guy.
There's nothing wrong with it.
Well,
except for what we kind
of
saw.
It fixed it. So I decided to do some science.
I think a lot of it has to do with the balance of this. And
There's got to be something that's mechanically faulty in here. It seems like in 2, this is all still spinning together though. This is still transferring, so I'm thinking it's got to be in here. The IWEs disengage the front wheels, and the transfer case is also supposed to disengage internally. Because what I'm seeing right here just looks like a shift between low and high. Because this all, you can see that this is spinning at a different speed from the planetary set down there. Then you pull this ring up, it engages the planetary set, and everything spins all at the same speed. I think I should take this thing off. So I guess I take this snap ring off. Whee! Oh, this is a coil. It is not a solenoid. There, I stand corrected. It does appear to have a little, some kind of seal inside there. That's weird.
That one is cones for sure. I guess leave the cone one to the side and see how many more are like it.
yeah.
Pop goes the clutch pack.
Hey, you need to come back, sir. We need to tear apart that.
I need to tear apart your new one.
Let's see any little look at this side, looks like it's been doing it there too, but
Oh yeah, but look at that wear.
kind of in the center,
Yeah. I feel like that's not supposed to be there.
right? Is it a? Oh yeah.
Oh, it gets worse. The
Yeah.
closer to the top.
Yeah.
What does this one look like?
Got an interesting little pattern there too.
Mm.
But I thought it was supposed to spin. I thought that's what Cody said.
Yeah, that's what a couple people said, but the dealership said it's not. So then the failure had to be inside here.
Failure would have been right here. And that, because this pulled this, those turn that. So, yeah, this is gonna go independently because you put one of those gears on there, it'll stop.
I think it must have it had to have just been a tolerance thing. Like this pack in here is supposed to be able to slip, right?
Yeah.
When there's no force being applied to it by the magneto.
Oh, okay. Now I'm kind of seeing it. So, yeah, it was binding up here then on these.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like it's supposed to be able to spin.
Yeah. Because now I thought this had the gear attached to it.
Independent of one another.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It was a tolerance thing. Like something was pulling or pushing it together.
Like should.
I would think it would create a push. Like they have the polarity set up in it
Don't want to push out. Yeah.
in order to smash this pack, because they have this set up like on a pulse width modulation, and it's case grounded, I'm assuming. And then they just send a little, and that's going to take this and vary the amount of pressure that it applies downward on this pack to, yeah.
And I think one of them just got stuck.
I mean, that had to be in it. So we got this little drum off. It had this, where'd that shitty C-clip go? And this, look at that, Satan. And then we noticed that there's all these
That's the rest of the clip.
these chunkies down here.
It's probably from these.
Yeah.
Why would you think it would all collect down in the base of that? And,
Magnetic. That kind of stuff.
magnetic.
Yeah,
Well,
track
if
too.
that magnet
Is
pushes, I guess, right? Then I guess it would force all the shavings and shit to the bottom.
I mean, that, and you would magnetize the biggest piece of metal closest to it, right? Which would be this. Tony, you got a new chain necklace.
Call me 2 gears, dog.
2 chains. Which that might be.
No, that in pretty good shape. This is the little whittle oil pump. I don't know where.
I mean, you could have just done that. Pulled it all out as well.
Well, yeah, you could have.
You mean I could have just grabbed this, you pulled that, and we would have been done?
Well, I wanted to take it out piece by piece because I wanted to see.
At the magnet?
No, this is the range selection, and see, there is only 2 modes.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Because it's gonna have that lower range down there, and then
up here.
the upper range. This is not engaged by the magnet. This is engaged by this,
Oh, okay.
which is selected via the
That's
shift
right.
motor.
That's right. That's right. Yeah.
So this has this.
And that sits in there like that. Pretty much a clutch fork.
It literally is like almost like a manual transmission.
Yeah.
And the reason why sometimes you have to move the truck a little bit to select that low range is because this is not lined up on the teeth there. So scooting it a little bit allows you to select that low range. It's sort of like a manual transmission, but there's no synchro in there.
Right.
It's literally just straight teeth on teeth. This one you have to,
You've got to
I've messed with it. You got to stop to get to the low range. From what I can see then are exactly the same. The only thing that changes is probably how much it modulates
for the
the
transmission.
the pack.
Yeah.
We're pretty sure that we're at the point now where we've determined that heat caused these little friction discs to warp. And actually, look at the condition of that actual friction material.
Oh, it's like almost gone.
It's cracked. You see the little micro cracks in it?
My glasses
Now
are
that
glassing.
now that the fluid is dried out, you can see it.
Yeah. Like,
So this got hot.
yeah.
This had to have gotten hot. And actually you can see there's little chunks of material that have fallen off of it too. So then yeah, these got hot, whether it was from fluid deterioration or what, not sure, but
Be able to look at the plates now.
causing these to deform inside the housing, which caused them to essentially become spring-loaded
Yeah.
and push the tolerance of this together enough to keep it engaged to that other drive shaft.
Well, yeah, the disengagement is probably only a few thousandths, and
Yeah.
that's more than a few thousandths.
I remember one of the times that I had it running, I got under there and I physically tried to hold the front drive shaft. I was like, what if it's just spinning it ever so slightly and it's not actually transferring power? But I tried to hold it. I was like, oh, fuck.
Nope.
Like, it was,
Well, I was talking about how you tested the other one on the bench, and you were like, look, it spins.
oh, yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
That would make sense.
It would just force it to spin.
Yeah, but in theory, if it's pretty much designed to isolate the two, then the weight
Right,
Of
the drive shaft.
the drive shafts and all that should be enough to stop it from rotating inside.
Because that like spinning the diff in the drive shaft, that's a lot of
Yeah.
effort.
I should have Troy send him a picture through the system and be like, we found the problem. Well, the funny part is pretty much that's the only part that could fail in there.
Yeah, everything else.
This is all built like a brick shit house, dude. This is all just gears and bearings and shit. And
Yeah, they're not small.
now you know.